Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying the Monster Viking Berry. And growing up, I didn't really have too much interest in history. Whenever I would hear about Vikings, it would either be through Civilization, the game, or white people arguing on Facebook about dreadlocks, saying that their ancestors originally had dreadlocks. And that's pretty much the extent I know about what Vikings were. But thankfully, Monster has a cool little story to tell me what this drink is going to be. The Vikings were valiant warriors who loved a good drink, probably alcohol though. They saved the very best of what they gathered, grew, bartered, and pillaged for their celebratory feasts. Inspired by wild Nordic berries and Scandinavian fruit comes Juice Monster Viking Berry. Like nothing you've ever tasted, Viking Berry blends real fruit juices and exotic flavors for a whole new taste experience. Loaded with a world-famous Monster Energy blend to power you through your next adventure, grab your drinking horn and take a swig. SKOL. I also know that SKOL thing from something, but I don't really know what. So let's show off this can. Over here on this side is what is supposed to be a Viking, I believe. They were red-bearded people with swords and shields. And there's also a bunch of skulls, so they did pretty well in their adventure. Over here, it's just the Monster logo that's red, and it's a juice flavor. Over here, we have a woman, a ship, and some sort of monster dog thing. I don't know what kind of dogs the Vikings used to have, as I know nothing about them. So let's learn what is in this drink. Well, the nutrition facts say that this is 5% juice, 200 calories, 200 milligrams of sodium, 9%, 52 grams of carbohydrates, 19%, 49 grams of sugar with included 47 grams at 93% of your daily amount. Your potassium is 2%, your B2 is 260%, B3 is 250%, B6 230%, and B12 470%. The ingredients in this drink are carbonated water, sugar, glucose, apple juice concentrate, taurine, citric acid, cherry juice concentrate, sodium citrate, Panax ginseng flavor, natural flavors, malic acid, potassium sorbate, black currant, juice concentrate, caffeine, blackberry juice, maltodextrin, bilberry juice, niacinamide, medium chain triglycerols or triglycerides, sucralose, modified corn starch salt. I've never heard of that one. Inositol, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, pyridoxine, B6, red 40, riboflavin, blue 1, and B12. There's a lot of stuff in this drink, honestly. And this, one more time, is the cool little can. They did put a lot of effort into this, so I do want to show it off. And I guess what the flavor this is going to be an apple juice, cherry juice, black currant, blackberry, and bilberry flavored drink. So that sounds like it'll be pretty good. I've never had a bilberry, and the percentage is pretty low, so I'm not really going to know what it's going to taste like. It's just going to be an apple flavored drink. So let's open this up. And let's give this a pour. It's a good enough place to put the drink. So as I thought, the drink is incredibly red. It is a punch juice flavor, and it does look just like a red fruit punch drink. This is what it looks like. It looks a lot more red in the camera for some reason, but it is incredibly red. On the nose, it is very fruity smelling. I wouldn't say the major smell that I'm getting is apple juice. Maybe a bit of a cherry juice, but it smells just like a normal fruit punch drink. Nothing too interesting. It does have a bit of a tartness to the smell, though, which is coming from the blackberry and maybe the bilberry. I don't really know much about that, but it does have a bit of a tart smell to it. Let's see how this sits on the mouth feel of the review. Is this going to be a very sweet beverage? Is this going to be a very carbonated beverage? Well, let's find out. It's a pretty tasty drink. It does have a bit of tartness to it, and I wouldn't go as far as saying it tastes sour, but comparing this to a normal fruit punch, it does have a bit more of a tart taste to it. The carbonation's not really there, as this is a Monster juice drink, and it's not front-loaded with carbonated taste. Has a very good mouthfeel. There's not much legs to this drink. I'm not getting a lot of strong tart taste. I'm just getting a very tasty, sweet apple, blackberry, cherry, bilberry tasting drink. Tastes pretty good. I don't know if I would say that I'm as big of a fan of this taste as what a regular fruit punch would be. And the smell of it does smell pretty cool. This smells like, I don't want to say it smells like loganberry, but it does have a bit of a loganberry feel to this drink, but if loganberry was more sour. Honestly, I can't imagine the Vikings were drinking apple juice and cherry juice and stuff like that. I don't really know what they had in Sweden and Denmark. I could probably look it up. I could probably spend a couple seconds to actually put effort into these videos. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they're also drinking their fruit punch drinks in the pirate times and the Viking times. And we're still drinking that now. Can't imagine it's actually true. Probably is a situation where they wanted to make a flavor kind of like when Red Bull comes out with their Juneberry flavor, and it's just going to be a Juneberry flavored drink. I think Monster was smart with this Viking design idea where they're just putting blackcurrant and bilberry in this, and then they're not really having to risk people just saying, well, I don't want to spend $2.50 on a juice of a flavor that I've never actually had before. Pairing that with the apple, with the cherry juice, with the blackberry, the black currant, and the bilberry, it honestly makes it a very palatable drink. And I don't know if I would say that I like the sweetness of this as much as a regular fruit punch flavor, but it does offer something that's pretty interesting. I don't think that this is as sweet as the Rio Punch flavor. And I think if I were going to have to recommend this would be for special occasions probably. If I wanted a more tart flavored fruit punch drink, this is pretty good. I think the Rio Punch probably has more replayability, if I would say, as an energy drink. I don't know. I think that this is a special occasion drink. You're going to be bringing out your fancy sip glass and you're drinking the Viking punch flavor. So what would I give this drink? Again, I can't really say that this is one of the best fruit punch flavors. I will say that it does taste good. It is loaded with sugar. This has 93% of your daily amount of sugar. And I don't know, it's a good drink. It's not as sour as like a lemon lime type drink or anything like that. It's pretty good. I would give this a 7.8 out of 10. I think that this does everything right. It's just, I don't think the tartness is really what I would want all the time. Maybe if I was watching a movie or something like that and I wanted something to drink, but I don't think I would drink this and then go for a jog or something like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I've been the Fancy Sipper, and cheers. Clink.